Hey y'all.
Hey,
All right, can you
how
hear
is
me, Rachel?
everyone? I can hear you. Can you not hear me?
No, I can totally hear you. I get worried because I'm usually like alone doing so many of these. Like doing like it's more for folks watching, it's more complicated to join with two devices. There's a lot it's a lot easier to mess it up, especially when someone else
Yeah,
is with. But looks like we're good. So let us know in the comments if like Rachel's louder, if I'm louder, and we can adjust that really easily because we don't want to blow anyone's eardrums out. Um,
absolutely not.
we're not feeling that evil today. um, so there's like a lot happening today. So I'm gonna try to give the rundown, and if I miss any details, Rachel will fill in. Because
Yes,
Rachel likes to be in the know, so she probably could fill in almost any detail.
I like to know everything, and I like everyone to know that I know everything.
Well,
Um,
you're willing to acknowledge this. Um, so you are right now watching the Maker Challenge and unboxing of the September Bead Box. So we haven't gotten the chance to play with the September box yet, so this is our chance. Um, Rachel, you've seen the box because it's been a couple weeks.
yes, I did open it, but I put everything back in the bag right after I looked at it because
Oh,
I
you
had to
haven't made.
know. Uh-uh.
Oh wow, so Rachel hasn't made anything with it yet. That's kind of cool. I haven't
Yeah, I
either.
haven't been
Oh,
home. My best friend is having a baby, and so I went and I helped her set up the nursery. So I opened the box and then I left.
oh my gosh, that's
So
congratulations to
yeah,
your friend.
thanks. Yeah, I don't have any friends with babies, so
Same.
it's gonna be interesting.
I mean, you're older than me, but like, I think I am now starting to enter the age where friends are gonna start having more babies. I've noticed it in some of the people who graduated like before me. Like I'm seeing some babies popping out, so like, they, it might be starting.
Yeah.
Um, so this is the maker challenge. We are gonna be making with the bead box, seeing what we can pull off during this hour, and this is like all about inspiration. Like we're gonna see what we can come up with, and then in the hopes that it really inspires, if you have a box, to go start making with it or make more with it. Um, so that's our first order of business that we're about to jump right
Yes.
into.
So if you are new to our lives, this is not the typical format. We do these maker challenges sometimes with Sam's Amazing Beatbox, and then we do regular classes where we like actually instruct. Usually at 7 Eastern. What time is that Pacific? 4.
4 p.m. Pacific.
Um, but today's a little different because Sam.
I'm in the Be a Lot Maker Challenge today, Designer Challenge. Um, so they sent like 10 or 12 different shops and designers um, a mystery box of tools and beads and tier cast and just a little bit from all the different vendors that are participating and contributing to it and sponsoring it. So I don't know what's going to be in the box. I also haven't received my box yet. My box was lost, but I'm supposed to have a new one um, today. So we're just praying that it comes. And if it doesn't, it'll be fine. And I'll still just get to hang with cool beady people on the Zoom call. And I'm actually fine with that. Sounds lower stress. Maybe I'll just keep making with the September box. Get creative. Um, the other cool announcement I have, so that's the second event. The other announcement I have is that my sister and I, because the last 2 months the bead box completely sold out, we opened up extra new slots this month. I think we opened up like 50 or 60 new slots, like the most we have opened up in a long time. So like if you're not currently signed up or if you're watching this on replay, go to samsbeadbox.com. I have that linked in this post also, and get yourself signed up. Because this box I'm really excited about it. I love September. I'm really feeling what we're doing for October, and Lynn is saying it might be her favorite box yet, which is wild.
Wow.
And this is our 8th box, so that's saying something. Um, so we've got new slots. If you're already subscribed, No need to resubscribe. That'll only mean we have to then refund you and blah, 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 blah. So if you're already subscribed,
or you can get the extra box and then just gift it for the holidays.
That's true. I know, literally, it would actually, the box would be such a good gift for the holidays.
Especially if you know someone that just started beading, it's perfect.
Because it usually has like 18 to 20 different items, nice quality check glass. We're basically trying to switch over to basically entirely US metals in it too, so you don't have to worry about the metal content. So we've been working a lot with Tierra Cast because they have really nice quality, lead-free, just like really well-tested metals that I just like feel so good putting my name on. And then some gemstones, because you know, of course, I love a gemstone. So September had 5 gemstones. Of course, October will have gemstones. October might even have Indian cuts, which we haven't had for like many months. So now is like the time, if you are not a subscriber, like you want to now join, because there's great boxes coming your way. So very excited. I'm already distracted myself. What are we doing today? We're making, right?
Today we're making with the September Bead box. So we were gonna unbox it a little bit. It's already open for me, but we're just gonna show you, since Sam hasn't done an official September Bead box unboxing.
Yeah, Rachel had this idea a while back. She's like, Sam, we should do unboxings together, because when else do people get to like know why you picked out these beads? So let's do it, Rachel. Let's talk about beads.
So the theme this month was meditation. Meditation is a mindfulness practice that gives us moments to pause and reflect, creating space for gratitude. While I am not someone who meditates in the classic sense, I have other meditative practices I hold strong to: hiking, swimming, and of course, jewelry making. By the way, this is coming from Sam, not from me. I don't hike.
This is me typing. This is
yes.
our note from the editor.
Yes. I find the act of stringing a simple necklace can be so calming at the end of the day. To create a box around meditation, we drew inspiration from the lotus flower and the many colors they come in: soft purples and pinks, oranges, creams, alongside green tones for the floating lotus leaves. This is a special month featuring 5 gemstone selections. There were a lot of gemstones in this box. 14 check glass items, including lovely matte beads, which I love a good matte bead, personally. And a beautiful gold plate Tierra Cast lotus to bring it all together. And if you don't know this and you get the Sam Speed box, every month Sam does a giveaway of a $25 Sam's Bead Shop gift card. If you literally, all you have to do is make something
using the box,
post it in Gem Chat. Yeah, using the box and post it in the Gem Chat group. And it's not a contest. He picks a random person, so you got nothing to lose.
Literally, I started doing that just because I was like, I want to give you a little even extra incentive to like just immediately make something with the box, because this box is at the core is just like all about like just love of craft. Like we are all bead lovers. We all have a good number of beads probably, but like the idea of the box is like, here's a beads that like I think work beautifully together. It's like a smaller size kit, $39, and it's like a little sampler platter. And from that and it kind of, it's like creative constraint. If you really challenge yourself to make pretty much only with the box, I bet you'll be able to surprise yourself in a really kind of exciting way. So just think, when you're working the box, just think about it as like your love of beading. Like, oh wow, I love this palette of colors. That's what like calls me into beading day after day, is like I just really like how colors can work together, and I find that so interesting. So let's start that. What do we got, Rachel?
Yeah. All right. So everything in this box goes together really well, but I think first I'm going to pull out the pendant that is in the box. Is a rose quartz hexagon pendant. And I think it literally goes with absolutely everything, which is why I'm starting with it.
Nice.
So there is that. And then we have check glass pressed bicones in the champagne color. They go perfect with the pendant. Then there's check glass spacer drux in cream. Also
Here,
go perfect with
try
the
to.
pendant.
I can kind of show close-ups of these things as you do it. That's the cream
Oh.
duck.
Oh, well, I wish I had known what order you were going to like you had them in. I could have made it a little easier.
No,
But
it's all
okay.
for you.
Let's see. So I have the frosted drugs in the peaceful green. So they have an AB finish on them. They have in this particular bead, it's like flashes of labradorite almost.
I know that it has like a blue flash to it. I think it's really cool.
And while we are,
I'm gonna zoom in on you. Do you wanna, if you wanna lay out your stuff so we can kind of see it all together?
And then there are these, I just totally forgot the word, saucers in a serene pink. They also have a AB finish on them. I have a highlighter for my face that has this kind of finish on it, and it is great. It says like mermaid or something on it. And I'm like, yes, of course, when I'm doing my makeup, I would like to be a mermaid. That is perfect.
Wait. What's reminding you of mermaid?
The AB finish. It reminds me of mermaids.
Oh, totally. It's like it's very similar.
But I have a highlighter, like a facial highlighter powder that has this that literally looks exactly like the AB finish. So I was saying,
oh, that's cool.
That it's called like mermaid or something. It's just, I love this finish. It's so pretty. Ooh, I should have showed them from the back. Look at that. Okay, and then I love this shape. I want to try and come up with a class for the shape because you had these in like a lime green in the shop that I had got too. So these are check glass donut rings.
Yeah, I like this shape because I see it. I think it's really versatile. It either reads as a connector or like a charm.
Yeah.
And I like the idea that it can kind of slide in multiple ways and designs.
I'm excited to see how everyone uses it. I think it'd be really good for a lot of Danielle's designs too. That'd be really cool if you beaded around it.
Oh wow, I would be very intrigued if the seed beaters take a crack at that bead.
You could even use these to bead around it. But and then we have long ovals in lavender amethyst. These are also check glass. And then,
I'm gonna show those on mine just so we folks can see the luster on them because this is one of my favorites. That's all. I literally just picked that one out because I was like, that's shiny and beautiful, and I need that in my life.
These are check glass diamond brios in green sea opal. These are pretty colored.
These I've been liking. I'm very curious. I don't know. Have you used the diamond brios yet, Rachel, from the shop?
Maybe.
Well, here's my challenge to you. You are such a fantastic brio wrapper. I'm so curious how you would use these because I just think it's such a lovely brio to play with.
I think they're a fun brio to wrap. They remind me of the some of the shield cut gems you had got.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think these would be really pretty strung as well. The nice thing about the way that they are cut is that they lend themselves well to other beads to like nestle in next to them.
Mm-hmm. Totally. I was really drawn to the color of these. They just were really unique, like this like sea foam, but also a little opalescent. They just really remind me of almost like a chalcedony or like a light chrysoprase.
Mm-hmm.
And anything that makes me think of stone, I'm all for.
And then we have more frosted AB faceted. Well, these are a different. They're faceted rounds, and they're in the same lavender color as the daggers. They're pretty. I love all the soft purples. Let's see. And we have check glass coins in olive swirl. These are so fun. I love the color of these. It's just such a gorgeous green.
Yeah, and it's good. These will string up really nicely. And then you can kind of imagine when it's laying as a necklace, they'll mostly sit flat. Which actually, and I think they have a nice feel to them, and they're nice and smooth. I think it just can make a really lovely chain as kind of some more of the filler, smaller beads in a piece.
I've got these next are check glass cubes in olive.
Am I the only one having kind of a cube moment lately? I think I
feel like because you are having a cube moment, we're all having a cube moment. Because I opened my weekly order this week, and I was like, oh, I ordered cubes in two cubes.
Cubes are freaking great. We had some 8mm cubes in like that Capri, a beautiful Capri sapphire color. And then these are
I think these would be really pretty, also like knotted in a bracelet. That would be so cute.
Because it's just, I don't know. We've all have a lot of rounds, and I'm not hating on rounds, but like, I don't know. There's more light play on cubes. That's just a little bit more interesting. I mean, for anytime I'm like admiring someone's jewelry, like if I'm like at a street fair and I'm like oodling over what someone's making, it's always the small details that I'm like seeing that really draw me in to a certain designer. It's like, oh, I really like the way that they finished that wrapping, or like the metal, the way they oxidized it, or I can really tell they used a nice stone. Like it's like those intentional choices that I think really add up to make a difference in your piece.
Absolutely.
And I make these boxes with my sister, and we're really actively.
Whose name is also Rachel, but it's not me.
I get asked a fair amount. It's like, oh, is Rachel Malice your sister? I'm like, sure at this point, sure.
I always thought that's why you said my last name too, is to like differentiate.
It is. And my sister and I are really thinking about a range of shapes, a range of finishes that we think really read beautifully. Yeah, I think it's important. Those small details really make a difference in the ultimate piece.
Absolutely. All right, so we're coming up on some of my. I think I'm going to finish with the check, and then we'll go to the gems.
Okay.
So these are what I imagine as kind of the centerpiece of the box, even though this is Ooh, that's
great. No, Rachel, you're right. This is the very first bead we picked out for the box.
Well, yeah, but then there's also this lotus flower as well, which is the tiara cast lotus flower, which also would look gorgeous on this rose quartz, and I may end up doing that.
And folks have where are my lotuses? I've seen folks using these lotus beads on the strand of the necklace with the golden lotus as the focal, and it's just like the whole piece is unified by that, and it's gorgeous.
I think it's so beautiful.
Fun fact.
Like I just want to like do it now, because now I'm just like I want to play, but we're almost done going through it, and then we get to play.
Just a few more items, and then we're jumping in.
Yeah. So these are check lotus coins with like gold what's the word?
The gold wash.
Yes. So they're so pretty. Then I love this color. I am obsessed with it. I love it so much.
Really?
I don't know. It's like, you know what they remind me of? They remind me of opalite, you know, the like man-made stone. They have they like look kind of opaque, but they're not. They're like a seafoam green. They're one of my favorites, and I actually also really love them with these. I love these check. I didn't think that I would love these, but I love them.
Aren't they? Oh yeah, the
I ordered.
holes.
I ordered these in a bunch of colors. Well, I mean, these are similar. These ones you've
The
had.
long oval, yeah.
Just gotten in, yeah, they're similar. But these are so pretty. They are so gorgeous with literally absolutely everything in this box too. Then we have our gems. So we have our ruby zozite. Am I saying that right? Zozite.
Yeah, you got
Um,
those.
and these are the really pretty little coin cut. You had some tourmaline in this that I had made a bracelet with that I was absolutely in love with too. So I love that little coin cut. It's so pretty and sparkly. Then we have our rhodonite. I always want to say rhinodite, and then
Yeah.
when I try to Google it, like I'm
Correct.
wrong. And these are 6mm faceted rounds. You got a nice 7-inch strand. These are so pretty too. And I love these with my other favorites too. This is a nice big bead. This is great because I feel like a lot of people don't buy beads this big. So this is the 10mm red aventurine, and they are faceted and beautiful.
I like
Such
there's like a mix.
color.
There's a mix in your strands. Some of the strands are like all dark. I like strands that have variants in them.
I do too. And then finally we have 7mm aventurine smooth rounds. This is a pretty is it this one also red aventurine?
It is technically, but like we actually picked out that one first because we liked that it was a softer tone that we thought would go well with like the creams and champagnes and such. And then once we got the idea for aventurine, we picked out the darker one for some variety too.
These are so pretty. I always forget that aventurine comes in other colors, so it's beautiful. You know what? Maybe that's why I like these, because this also reminds me of aventurine. It reminds me of
those are really similar to green aventurine.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So this is our bead box.
We can't even. There's so much on your table that we can't even see everything. It's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm. Can we do things?
I like that. I like that you're kind of itching to get going, Rachel.
Yeah,
I respect that.
I'm excited. Because I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? I think I'm gonna maybe try and knot it, but I'm gonna do it with.
So here I've got. I laid out all the check glass here, and I'm gonna challenge myself to use the check glass of the box today. I usually kind of start with the gemstones of the box just because me, gemstone lover. But I'm kind of feeling I just love the variety. It like this. What this looks like to me is I feel like I'm like at a bead store and I'm looking at trays and things are just speaking to me to go together.
That is what it reminds me of. The bead store that I first started going to when I first started beading sold beads not by the strand but by the bead. So it was strange for me once I started buying strands. I was like, why do I have so much of this?
I mean, it's so much. Beads are so much cheaper by the strand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like absolutely, and then obviously, bead stores have to have their own pricing just because of it being a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
Like a physical bead store. So let's see. You've already seemed to have some idea going. I see an upside down lotus.
Yeah, I think it fits the. Well, no, it fits well here too. I like it upside down. And then I was thinking I'm gonna put the one of these right here, but right side up. And then I'm gonna do like a necklace, but I'm trying to decide how I want to do things. I was pulling out my silk, but I don't know. Do I want to go pink? I might want to go pink, or I could go gray, or I could go white. And I was going to use the size 2 silk, but it might be kind of small. I'm not sure. Purple's pretty too. I kind of want to focus on the bead box, but I don't want to. Like wash it out. So maybe I should go.
Wait, that silk color is beautiful, Rachel. It goes so great with the box. I love that pink.
The pink? Yeah, the pink is really pretty, but I'm like debating whether or not I want it to be pink.
but I know I'd something about that pink with the creams and the green.
It's really pretty. Definitely. I think I'm between the pink or like a cream color. All right, we'll try the pink. We'll see how this goes.
Oh, yay!
The knotting I want to do. Oh wait, this one's really pretty though too. It's lighter. No, I like that pink better.
Oh, that's the pink from the shop. I recognize that pink color.
Which one?
Oh, did you just grab
the one? Yes, the ones
from pink?
Yes. I have ones from you and from elsewhere in this container. It looks like these have more on them. Maybe it's just wound differently. I don't know. It looks like the ones from you look more substantial. I don't know what it is.
I have to now start picking out my beads, Rachel, and I can't decide. So maybe I'll string. I like you said stringing with these, and I really like that idea.
Yeah.
But then I have no idea. The creams could go nicely. We have these 3 creams here. If I want to push the bounds, and maybe some of my favorite pink ovals. All right, what if we have to do process of elimination here, or I'm gonna just go crazy. So I want to use a lotus maybe, or a rose quartz. Okay, I think I see the direction I want to go. I'm like trying to clear my board as quickly as possible so I can start. So let's see. Folks watching, I'm calling upon you. What do we think so far? I dwindled it down to
pretty
6 check and a couple focals. And I think I'll start from there. And maybe I should just start stringing, Rachel. Like, I don't know. If I feel like I'm taking too much time to start designing, I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah, this is a challenge.
So I think I'll
at least kind of finish.
So I'm thinking I'll start stringing from the center. So I'll get my pendant ready.
Oh, that's what I was going to do too. That's why I was like torn, because I'm like, now I got to get out a beading needle since I'm using silk. And it's only got the needle on one end. So I've got to...
I need to take off. I'm wearing 2 bracelets right now, and I don't know how people wear this much jewelry when they are just going about their day-to-day activities. Okay, now I'm ready. Sleeves are rolled up. I'm ready to go, Rachel.
I don't. Sometimes I wear bracelets.
I start typing.
Wear them on my left wrist when I do, because then they're not as in my way.
So I got to see Sarah Ayler of Softflex Company at a little picnic recently, and with Nilay Patel, Nilay of Silver Silk, and Tracy of Tiercast. We all just Nilay put it all together, and it was so fun to meet them in person. They were all literally just as sweet as you would imagine. So much fun. And Sarah gave me a little goodie bag of Softflex, and she gave me this color that I've never gotten for the shop before, and it literally matches the cream. So
it's pretty.
I think the fates are saying that I need to use this today and make Sarah proud. Let's see what I can. But I even kind of want to just use it for my pendant and pretend I'm really good at the magical crimper. So let's see. Oh, I didn't even grab it.
A little practice.
I've been practicing a little bit here and there, but we're gonna do our best today. I
thought I was gonna use that today, but apparently not.
I've never used the magical crimper pretty much anything but the sterling, but I have some gold crimps from Softlex, so I'm going to go ahead and go that route. Oh, you know what?
I've used the magical crimper on the copper and the sterling.
Okay.
I mean, it's built to be used on really whatever.
Yeah. So for Softlex, here's how I'm going to try to explain how Sarah explains it. I'm going to make a link. So, like, this is not going to be my necklace. This is just, I'm just trying to basically make a bail out of Softlex here. That's what we're attempting.
I do
I'm
not
thinking
like
how
what
I
I
want to
just
finish
did.
it. I like how you made that loop in those earrings the other day, Rachel.
Oh, the ones that we made for the class.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
like that yours had actually 2 loops. I think that might work nicely.
Come on, guys. I'm thinking that the way I started this is not the way I'm.
Yeah, show us what you're currently thinking.
Well, I did like oh, I forget what this is called. Like the loop where you make a loop and then you go through it with your thread to kind of loop it on, but I'm not loving. I'm feel like I'm trying to be really committed to this pendant on the other pendant, but the cut of the rose quartz pendant is so beautiful and unique, and it is not flat. It got many beautiful facets on it, and so the lotus pendant is telling me that they need to shine individually. So I'm undoing that, but I think I'm gonna loop back on for the what's it called? I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to just take off the lotus and leave so I don't have to rethread. There we go.
So while Rachel works on that, what I've done is I've directly lifted what Rachel showed on last Friday's class. What all I did here is I strung my pendant on with a crimp, put 2 strands back up through the crimp, and then took one of the strands, so there were 2 sticking out here, and put it right back into the crimp. So there's now 3 strands running through the crimp, giving me 2 loops ultimately. And that's how I'm gonna try to hang my pendant. I'm also gonna see if I can like turn that loop potentially so that it, yep, already. So it will turn it so that when I then go to string it, it will lay nicely. I always get so bugged when like wires, like the loop is not going quite the right direction, and then the piece isn't facing quite the right way.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna do the magical crimper off camera to give myself the best bet. Switch over to Rachel, or at least
Sure. Rachel is wondering where on earth.
Rachel, my dear, we lost your phone again.
Why? Why does this always happen? Give me one moment.
It's all good.
It's not
so I went ahead and did my first crimp on. I'm using a gold crimp from Softlex. So my first pass makes our little ravioli, as Sarah Ayler says. It's from here that I tend to have the most difficulty and tend to feel like I fully screwed up. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it 90 degrees. Crimp. And basically Sarah just slowly goes around. See if I'm not even on camera, are I?
You are.
Until, oh, this is actually not going terribly. Usually I think I rush it and then I kind of miss the crimp a little bit and like splatter it and like make it ugly. But so far, not Rachel has gotten really good at her. She's practiced a lot.
I love that tool. I think it is amazing. I think that soon I will probably invest in the cushy handle one, though.
it's. Do you find it's like you're able to get it round, like full, nice and round around it?
It looks, when I'm usually able to get it fairly round, like it ends up being kind of a little bit oval. I'm trying to see. Oh, I have one right here. The earrings we made the other day. So it's kind of, I mean, it's round. I'm able to get it round around the body of it and then get the top and bottom parts kind of tucked in. But it's not the bead itself is not like a little, I'm not able to get it to be like a little sphere, more like an oval sphere.
Okay, I managed to.
Today.
That's interesting. I did it so many times. I managed to break my crimp. So I'm gonna try that again.
Oh no,
that's a first.
I've never done that.
I could tell it was. I think the gold is softer. It's a little bit different to play with. I might actually just use my normal crimpers on it just to keep myself going. Don't have too much time today, and I can use the normal crimp without issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that again.
I seem to have lost my beading needles.
So if you have been around the shop, you'll know that Rachel and I both kind of focus on, have in the past, mostly on wire work. And then kind of over the last year or so, have been trying to push ourselves to expand more. And Rachel's now like has gotten quite skilled in knotting and stringing and wire work, and kind of starting to put them together in her projects, which I think is really awesome. So that's just to say, even if you have one really good skill, you can totally pick up more in this beading world, have more to play with.
I think it is so fun. I feel like you never meet any artist that does just one thing.
True. Like for me it's always been like cooking and singing, and I've never, but in jewelry making, it's the only visual type thing that I've done.
I cook. I like to sing. I wouldn't say I've done singing like as a hobby recently, at least. I paint sometimes. I sew. I've dabbled in most fiber arts.
Really?
Yeah, I've done.
Like what?
Like knitting, crocheting. I mean, I never really got past the basics on either of those. I cross stitch every once in a while.
Yeah.
I like cross stitching. It takes forever, so I don't like crazy cross stitch. Like I don't do anything like super impressive. I do like little projects with a lot of negative space. And what else? I have done some felting before. Big props to all our felters out there. That is not, especially wet felting, that was not for me at all. I am too impatient to wet felt. I was like, know. Are you kidding me? I've been doing this forever. It's still not done yet.
So I'm coming in here. I did a normal crimp, which actually looks quite nice here. And I'm coming in with my flush cutters to try to get as flush to the crimp as possible to cut off my loose ends. This one's crossed in there. And then I kind of have a little soft flex bail. I don't think I've actually made a soft flex bail before. So literally anything's possible with soft flex. And that's why they came up.
Versatile material.
Yeah, that's why they came up with this color line. They have like dozens of colors so that you can have it exposed in your pieces and make it part of the piece as a design element.
I think the nice thing about that too is then you're not as focused on like hiding your stringing wire or whatever. Okay.
And I could also put a crimp cover on that. I don't know if I have gold crimp covers. So actually, Sarah might have Sarah might have also given me a few of those. Let's see. Or did I just dump out that bag?
Yeah, the nice thing also about playing with the magical crimping pliers is even if you don't do that great of a job,
You can still
you can
cover
just put a
it.
crimp cover on it.
Uh-huh.
So, and then it's like the perfect shape for a crimp cover.
Alrighty, y'all. I did one thing, and I am now I have a whole project that okay, that's happening. Okay, I'm grabbing more of my Softflex. Let's get that pendant on there. And now, of course, I also want to do that loop project I mentioned with the donut rings, but I don't know if that's possible today.
I'm curious as to what you're talking about.
Essentially, I would make a crimp on one side here, Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
I would loop it and then use the connector to then on the other side of it put another loop, just like this.
Oh, and then crimp in the middle.
Crimp on this side, crimp one on the other side, and use this as a link between the two pieces of Softflex.
Oh, cool. And then you do.
And then you just keep making links.
Interesting.
Yeah, it takes a little bit more time, and I think a little bit more mastery of the magical crimper if I want to do that. So I'm gonna keep it a little bit simpler and start stringing on here. I also just love the look of this. This Softflex color is so pretty. Laura, you're asking, we are getting more Softflex for the shop. I went back to it and I hadn't clicked submit, so this should be here very soon. You can, of course, always get it from Softflex, or if you want to support my shop, you can get it from me if you're okay waiting just a little bit longer. And we will have it again soon.
I think once you have it in stock, you may actually be slightly faster at shipping it.
Oh, cool. And it's also nice.
I might have just caught them on a bad week.
Yeah, they've just been busy lately.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm just gonna start grabbing beads that I think are pretty together and see what happens. I'm going for some of the bicones. Hermie, I'm using the medium Softflex. The medium is what they have the most colors in. And it works really nicely with their crimps because you can fit 2 to 3 strands in the 2mm crimps. So this is just the standard medium, which to give you an exact, let's see, it's 49 steel strands under this coating, and it's 0.019 inches diameter. So that'll fit. It's on millimeters because I'm curious. That would fit like a lot of beads actually. 0.48 millimeters. So that would fit almost pretty much every bead except some Indian drills.
Yeah, the medium-sized Softflex is the one that they recommend the magical crimping pliers for. I have used it on fine Softflex, but it's kind of a gamble. How many strands? You definitely need more than 2 strands going through it because that's the minimum on the medium, and the fine is obviously smaller.
So our diamond brios are double-sided, but they have different shape on each side. One side is flat, and one side is a little bit more concave. So I need your opinion, Rachel.
Okay.
Which should face forward on my necklace? This is like the flat side is simpler looking.
I like the other side, like the side, because one of the sides is.
This side has a point.
I think the concave side. I know what you're talking about. I think that this side looks more like it is the front to me, the not flat side.
Yeah, I agree.
It gives them more depth.
Oh my God, Rachel, you're so right about how the smaller beads can fit really nicely with the diamond brios. Actually,
yeah,
perfect.
Actually using tweezers on this project.
Rachel likes to knot with her her hands. She finds she
Yeah.
gets better results. So, which is you're the first person I've ever heard say that.
For my malas with the beads that big, yeah, absolutely. But this is also I'm using size 2 silk right now, and I think it's just a little bit harder to grip. Either that or my hands are like sweaty, which could also be possible. I took a nap right before right before I was so tired.
And I called Rachel earlier.
So
She's like, "Hello, I just woke up from my nap." I was like, "Hello, are you gonna be alive for this
he's
for
like,
the...
we're going on really soon, right? And I was like, yeah, yeah.
You've really made a transformation, Rachel. It's quite impressive."
It's my soda water, I swear.
No,
It's magic.
right? Right? This is what Jess and I were talking about in the live last night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I caught it later.
It's the magic
But
of soda water. It gives me all the energy I need.
yeah, I like to just I don't like the ones that come pre-flavored. I flavor it myself. I put just like some lime juice in it, but
Mm-hmm.
it really keeps me going most lives. If you ever see me drinking out of this cup, it's soda water and lime.
Do you have a soda stream, don't you?
I do not.
Oh my god.
At
What?
this point I should probably get one. I buy soda water in cans.
Oh,
But I
like
just get
wait.
the plain soda water.
Oh, so you buy like individual cans and pour them out into that.
Yeah, it's like seltzer water. Yeah, I also get the bottles sometimes, but I forget that I have the bottles and then it goes flat. So I
Right.
prefer it in the cans, and then my boyfriend also will drink it sometimes in the cans, but he takes it out of the can and puts it in a cup, and usually puts um some alcohol in it. I um have trouble working when I have had alcohol, so I do not really drink very often because I like to get work done. Um, so there's never been any alcohol in my Yeti while we have been filming. Because
Good
I
to
would not be
know.
able to get anything done.
Oh.
Um,
Like I never thought you were drinking on the job.
no. I don't know. I don't know why I've like felt the need to state that, but yeah, no.
Like
I
I
would
was
not be able
never
to get anything done.
I was never
If
ever
I've
gonna
got
accuse you of it.
the only beating I'm able to do if there is alcohol in the drink is counting the beads on the strand and determining how much each one cost. Ooh, I can't get this knot out. I did too good of a job.
Coral says vodka works well in the seltzer in this
Yeah, it's
seltzer
good.
flavor.
Except for I find that whenever I'm actually ready to have it, it is all gone because somebody else drank it all.
Ah,
He's not in the room. But yeah, so I bought some cucumber flavored vodka because I knew he wouldn't want that.
yeah, I am not a drinker.
Yeah.
If you if you socially
Oh, I made you a soda water with vodka when you were here, didn't I?
that was really good. I like a mixed drink. Don't give me anything hard, thank you.
Yeah. Well, if we go out, sometimes I'll get like an extra dirty martini, but which you would probably hate. I love olives, so when you get it extra dirty, it's just kind of like really bitter olive juice. So
I do like olives, but I don't
that
think
is enjoyable to me. And the best part is that they give you olives too. So if you're waiting on your food, then you have some food is because you have olives.
it's like a little snack.
Follow me for more drink tips.
Okay, Rachel, I have a pattern that I made up as I went. So let's see if I'll try to zoom in. So we have rose quartz pendant.
Ooh.
And I went with, wow, there's like no light on this, is there? That's not better, but okay.
I feel like I'm failing the maker challenge. I picked something that was going to take way too long.
It's okay. You know how chill I am, Rachel. We're just here to bead. You could keep beading later if you want.
Make with the box. Hopefully, we've inspired someone.
I think with the challenge that I'm about to be on, I truly only have an hour. So I probably should try to actually do something.
You do only have an hour.
So who here is going to join for the Bead designer challenge? Because I would love to have some support in the comments.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, I feel
I'm
like
gonna watch. I want to know. I want to know what everybody got too. I'm very curious.
Okay, I got more.
I did it last time for Sam.
Yeah, Rachel represented last time, and I watched, and I was stressed the entire time, and I wasn't even making anything.
I don't think I said a word. Like I said, maybe like, "Hi, this is what I'm doing." Okay, bye. Like,
well, you talked about the shop a bit.
And I did, yeah, because they asked you, they had everyone kind of like introduce themselves while they were making things, and I was like, all right, how can I say everything I need to say, but also get them to stop talking to me as fast as possible so I can make absolutely as much stuff as possible in this hour.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's funny. If they start asking me questions, I'm gonna be chit-chatting. Oh, I'll tell you all about the shop. Absolutely.
I am competitive. And so my goal for the challenge was to make something beautiful and also to finish all of the things I made, and I wanted to make a set.
Yeah, you made multiple.
But I especially wanted to finish. I didn't want to not finish. I was very worried about that. Yeah, I made I made earrings, a bracelet, and a necklace. And then I didn't realize, like, I had sorted everything out, and I didn't realize they had given us jump rings. So I ended up taking apart this chain and using it as jump rings, which actually I really loved. I think that if you have a chain that you're able to take apart and you also like find yourself in need of jump rings for that piece, you should use the chain links because then it's really cohesive.
Rachel, I made my design too monotonous. I was way more interesting when I first started. Let me show you. Like the green breaks it up really nicely, and then now I'm just like so bored by the rest of it. It's like fine, but like, and I don't know if I have the will to unstring it right now.
I mean, I think it is cool, and I also think that the front is mostly what people see.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like I could start adding more green, but then it's like in the back. So maybe at the end of the necklace, I'll do a couple accent green ones just for the intrigue. Let's see how long I need my ruler. How long am I at?
But you could also start working from like, oh, you're still on the spool, right?
Yeah, I'm working on the spool. I started on intentionally on the right side or whatever, on the side of the necklace with the loose end, so that I could then figure out how long I want the necklace to be and cut it to that length.
No, I just snapped my silk.
I'm at about 12 inches on just this side of the necklace, so I'm gonna keep going a little bit, and I'm gonna make a long necklace forward. Maybe because like the longer the necklace, I feel like I would want it more. I would want to wear it. So let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna, if I'm already long, I'm going longer. It's happening. Here we go. 30 inches, nothing. Here we go.
I do like how
Rachel, you've moved along, and I have not.
I have. I just snapped one of my silk strands, so I'm gonna have to fix that, but I'll fix it in a bit. Once I'm less angry about it, I'll fix it. I just went to the other side. I'm like, I'm
not. Yeah, Rachel showed how to fix it, so she does know how to do it.
I do.
If you watch, what class was that? We did the Mala class.
It was the Mala class. Yeah, that's why I like using the 2 strands. It's so easy to fix. I mean, it doesn't make it really less frustrating that you broke it. I mean, I guess it does in that you can fix it. But this, I think I should not have pulled it as hard as I did, because this is size 2 silk. This is not the size 6, so it's not as thick and strong. It doesn't like to be yanked like that, apparently. All right, Sam. It is
2 o'clock.
getting to be a little bit late, and I know you got to prep for the.
Well, there's nothing for me to prep if I
Yeah,
don't
I guess
if I don't
that's true.
unbox.
You don't have to prep. I was like the live, and then I was like, what day is it?
No, Fridays are nice. I don't have to think about a live right now, about a live sale. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm probably pretty long on this side now. I'm measuring in
Let me see.
at, all right, I'm at 15 inches on this side so far.
Oh, I did this.
Here I am.
How I wanted it.
So here's how the
Yay.
necklace, I came back to the green pattern because I wanted something more interesting again.
That's
So
fun.
I'm actually liking it more again. Because this is the part that'll kind of be potentially on the side of the neck, depending, well, maybe it's a long necklace, so we'll see.
Yeah.
What do you say? What's your idea?
I was gonna say what could be really interesting is if you did the same loop technique, but you go back through it and then you have something hanging off the bottom of the rose quartz too, since the necklace is gonna be so long, you could make the pendant extra long.
Something, put a bead here.
No, like you could do the loop thing again, but come down the bottom of the rose quartz. Like over the top and at the bottom.
What? Wait. There's only one hole in the rose quartz, so I'm missing something. What's just
Yeah,
say it.
you still have room in the hole.
Oh, and
Like,
you're saying make a loop and let it come below the rose quartz to add something?
yeah.
Okay, fascinating.
Yeah, it was an idea,
No,
but it's your design, so I think you should do whatever
no, I like
feels.
the idea. My first thought goes to feasibility of like how am I gonna make that technique come together. So
Right.
if I put a loop there, how do I get it to? I'm gonna leave it as is for now. I want to see if I can get this necklace in a better shape. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave a few inches for myself to crimp, but in the meantime, put a speed stopper. One of these guys. So that'll hold my last few inches for me, so I can come back and crimp while I work on the other side. Rachel, you are the creative inspiration I need. If it weren't for you,
I
I wouldn't
always
have.
find that like I could do only so much like by myself. But I have a friend that she has a jewelry studio in her house in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
And whenever I'm able to go see her, I feel like I get so much done. But she also has a very nice soldering torch and setup, so I get a good amount of like soldering done there.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Which I'm not doing a lot of right now, or any of right now, because I do not have a place to do it.
You know, I used to make some ball head pins with copper myself, and I always found that so fun.
Yeah, I make my sterling ones on the stove if I need them, but I've been buying them.
That is not. I've.
That is not Sam's Bead Shop approved. I know
No.
Sam wants to tell you that do not make ball head pins on the stove. It is not safe. However, I don't put any flux on it, so there's no fumes. Probably. But this is not a Sam's Bead Shop advocated technique. This is something that I just do sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
But I've been mostly buying my ball head pins, but like I really needed something for this bead that I had. I needed something kind of with a really big ball on it and to be a thicker gauge. And Monster Slayer doesn't have a bunch of like really thick headbands. So if I want them, or not headbands, head pins,
Yeah.
if I want ball pins bigger than 24 gauge, I've got to do them myself.
Right. So I'm now at my favorite part of the stringing process. This is literally what I was writing about in that write-up. It was like I've already done like some of the mental energy on this side. So now all I have to do is follow a pattern. What a beautiful way to end the day. It's like,
yes,
just follow a pattern 100%. Sign me up.
Yeah. If you guys are in Savannah, my friend's studio is, I don't know if they're accepting people in right now to the house, just because of the pandemic, but her studio is called Dreamcat Studios, and I know she's teaching at like a community center too. Her name is Christina. She is the sweetest. Um, but she does teach like beginner soldering and stuff. So if that's something you want to learn, she is wonderful.
Aw.
Um,
How do you know this person? You grew up with them?
no, she is my. I did theater with her nephew
Okay.
in high school.
Rachel and I both
And
have a
so,
performing background, by the way.
yes, I'm good friends with her sister-in-law.
Okay.
And I wanted actually, I wanted to take my sister when she graduated high school. I wanted to take her on a nice like graduation trip. So I was like, where can I go? And then I talked to my friend and she was like, oh, my sister-in-law has a house in Florida and I'm sure she'd love to have you. So I took my sister there for graduation and I've been friends with Christina ever since. She
Oh
is a
wow.
sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. And she teaches a bunch of classes.
Okay, where am I in my pattern?
We have a cat named Gandalf, which is like, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, so I was like, yes, absolutely, Gandalf.
Speaking of cat names, I just met talking to my neighbor who I finally met, and he is a cat, and his cat's name is Maraca, as in the instrument,
Baraka. That's so cute.
which I think is adorable.
I love pet names. I feel like pet names are like what people, they're like, you can only name your child so many things. I mean, you can really name your child whatever you want, but like a lot of the times I feel like parents are thinking about will other children make fun of my child if I name them this? And with like pets, like you can really name them whatever you want. I have
Oh,
a friend with a cat named Taco. Like, probably wouldn't name your kid that. Name your cat that. Absolutely.
I like pet names that are like very human. So like, hi, this is my dog, Steve.
No, I love it when they're like crazy.
No, I like both ends of the spectrum. Like, I don't want any of those normal dog names like Coco or whatever. But like, I mean, Coco's fine, it's cute. But like,
Steve is kind of funny.
like Steve or like, oh, this is Todd. Like,
This is my fish banana. Like,
Lori's cat is Yogi.
oh, we have some questions.
I love that.
So my friend is in Savannah, Jacqueline, and Lori. No, I did musical theater in high school. I have not performed anywhere outside of like a community theater. Yeah, it just didn't go that way for me. But
I went that way, and then
we
went
never
not
know.
that way.
Yeah, you never know. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not a great dancer, so it's not really a.
Oh god, me and the dance classes at Juilliard, that was wild. I literally had to talk to myself. I was like, Sam, the point of you being in this class is because you've never done this before. That's why you're in like a dance 101 class right now. So stop worrying so much and just
I
try.
have fun with the dance classes, but it is definitely I'm not. When I do just dance on my Wii, like I have trouble moving my feet and my arms at the same time. So
Yeah, it was always the combinations for me. I'm like, wait, I have to memorize 24 things at once in an order.
like, you want me to do what with my foot and then what with my arm? No, I had a choreographer once tell me I was the wardrobe in Beauty and the Beast. The wardrobe has a bigger role in the stage production, but and she said, I'm really glad you're going to be wearing a giant foam wardrobe because then I don't have to teach you to dance.
Me.
And I was like, oh, that's funny. Also mean, but I'm really glad I don't have to learn this dance. That giant foam wardrobe was my most favorite thing ever. I would crouched down backstage inside the foam, like I had just left it there, like it was just chilling. It was humongous. It went down to my feet. It was from my neck to my feet. So I would like crouch down inside it and sit on the floor and grab people's legs. Very professional.
Obviously, the most. Audra McDonald played the wardrobe in the most recent Beauty and the Beast adaptation, and was fantastic. And Audra McDonald can do nothing wrong. And
in the Emma
pattern.
Watson film?
No, I didn't. I messed up my pattern. God dang it. Yeah, the one with Emma Watson. Love her. Anytime I just see someone from the Harry Potter universe in another realm, I'm like, fantastic. Thank you for existing.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we have amazing pet names in the comments. And Lori says that she wants us to do a duet.
You know what could be fun is what is this feeling so sudden and new?
We're doing this now.
No, not now. but from what I'm singing from Wicked.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Loathing, unadulterated
loathing for your face,
your hair.
Yeah, whatever.
I it all.
It's been a minute.
What is this?
Right before the pandemic, my boyfriend and I actually went to go see that. It was interesting because I've seen it a few times. It's interesting how now that it's been out for so long, they are a little bit more
like with the casting,
they're branching out a little bit more with their casting and not trying to make it sound exactly like the original cast.
Yeah, like there was an Elphaba who was had a little bit more of a southern style singing. It worked beautifully.
Yes.
They had their first black Elphaba finally. I'm like, why do you need to be white to play a green person?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and she was an understudy, and she finally got to go on. I think she then also got cast, if I'm not mistaken. So that's cool. I love that. I was very young when I first saw that musical.
It is so good. So good. Wicked is such a good show.
My only memory of it is just Defying Gravity when she just starts floating up in a giant dress is the most epic thing ever.
The most epic thing ever. I love that. The Phantom of the Opera is also amazing. I haven't seen it on Broadway. I've seen it off Broadway in Atlanta. And amazing what they do with lights, and it's really
Wait, did you say Phantom?
Yeah.
That's another one I have never experienced in person.
I love Phantom just in general. I was actually watching that movie yesterday.
Which version?
There's the singing version.
Because as I've told you, I've only seen the silent film version.
Oh, I forgot that was even a thing. In my mind, there is not another version. If Les Mis, I'm like, there's not another film version. If it doesn't have songs, it doesn't exist.
Heather's the movie. I don't need it. But Heather's musical, yes, please.
Yes, Heather's. I'm so upset. I hope they bring that back up and
they better.
Actually, we should put this on Broadway because it was off Broadway and it's amazing.
Okay, Rachel.
It was so good. I bought the album on iTunes because the whole thing is not available on Spotify.
My necklace is very long, Rachel.
Ooh, it's fun. It's a good layering piece.
Nice. I'm going with it.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be nice with another strand. And these greens are really popping out in a way I didn't expect, but we're going with it.
Mine is barely further than it was before.
Let's see. I feel like you need to tell me to check in with you because my brain keeps forgetting.
This is what I have so far. I haven't fixed the other side. We'll fix it later.
This is so pretty. I love how you're bringing one of the threads in front of our freeform drops.
Yeah. The pink I really like it. I still might try to attach this maybe with some wire later. The Lotus. We'll see. Maybe. I could glue it. I probably would not do that actually, but or we'll use it for something else.
So pretty. I love how you went from the rose quartz to the lotus before starting the strands. It's so pretty.
Thank you. I like the color of the lotus, and I love the gold in it too.
If you're just joining us, we are making with the September Sam's Bead box. And our fun announcement is that we have lots of new slots that we opened up for the, so your first box would be the October box because the last 2 months completely sold out. So if you want to get in on this Sam's Bead Box fun, go ahead and head to samsbeadbox.com. I have the link in this post and get signed up. And then you get a fun treasure trove every single month for literally $39. It's like you get over $70 of beads. Oh, Amelia's packing up because she's moving and already having bead withdrawals. Amelia,
where are you going, Amelia?
I think Alabama. I might have, correct me if I'm wrong, Amelia, but we're sending you bead love, Amelia. I hope you get to bead again as soon as you can.
Yeah, I waited until absolutely last minute to pack before we moved to this apartment, and then we ended up taking a bunch of stuff in an Uber that I didn't get to packing. So I was like, I don't want to pack my beads. I don't want to do it. What if I need them?
Yeah, I have to pick out a clasp, and it looks like I would want to use. I don't think I even have gold clasps. I have gold wire though.
Yeah,
so we'll go with that.
What gauge did you say you have?
I've got 20, so I think we can make that work.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. You could just make like a little hook clasp.
I mean, literally the only gold element I actually have is the crimp down here, so no one would notice. But I'm also probably the one wearing this. But we're gonna. I don't think I've ever used gold wire.
You could make a loop and use a button.
Oh, make a loop with the soft flex?
Ooh, you could even make a loop with the soft flex and use one of the beads.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I'm a little terrified of that if I make the loop the wrong size, I'll have to restring the whole necklace. Or do you? Here, I'm going to stick with, for this class, I'm going to stick with the wire so I can finish this properly for myself. Was it Debbie who asked if I ever wear my pieces? I finally have started wearing more of my pieces. My roommate was like, Sam, why don't you wear your stuff? And I'm like, wait, I have no idea. And now I just today was wearing my chakra bracelet from last month's box. And this is from Rachel's class, and then I took off all the brios. This is the one where I wrapped like 2 dozen brios and then decided, actually, I don't think I want the brios, it's just the chakras.
That's okay. That's why it's nice to do the simple, the regular, just like regular loops, because you can just take things off.
Yeah, and then I was also wearing today this bracelet made out of silver silk that Nile gave me when I saw him. Cool. He braided 3 different colors of silver silk together
and put pearls in some of it.
No, this is his pearlesque chain, I believe. So it has ball chain running inside of the wire chain. And then he just braided it all together. And then he's so smart. He put it with a magnetic clasp for a bracelet, which makes so much sense. And I just love it. It's such a sweet gift. Debbie, I just put in the order for more chakra beads because I've gotten requests. Another question was about previous boxes. If you search Sam's Bead Box on YouTube, there are unboxings for every single month going back until March.
We have done a few of them, you and I.
Rachel and I have unboxed on them. But then also, if you're just looking for inspiration, every month since March, Sarah Lovecraft has designed with the box. So if you search Sarah Lovecraft, Sam's Bead Box, those videos will pop up too. There's like, I can't believe we've done this many months of the box. So like, there's so much you can take a look at. And even if you don't have those beads, like just good bead inspiration to take a look into.
Absolutely.
Okay, Sam, make a clasp already. It's 2:20. I have to hop on that. I think I have to join the Maker.
You have to join early, I think.
An hour early.
I have a couple of things to do. Oh, you know why? Because they give you time to open it, I think.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure. Or
I
maybe
just
I'm
assumed they were
wrong.
gonna tell us like the rules or
I don't
something.
remember. Maybe I did need maybe they are telling you the rules and telling you to hi. I don't 100% remember actually. Maybe I did unbox it on there. I remember going through it very fast. I want to say they gave us like 10 minutes to unbox it
Wow.
or something.
Jacqueline, there is a code as a first-time Beadbox subscriber. It is VIP5. VIP5. That's the number 5. Here, why don't I go ahead and paste? I pasted a bunch of info way earlier in the stream. Here we go. Oh, I just put it up on the. I don't know how to copy and paste it, but here's the info: VIP5, and then just go to samsbeadbox.com. Will take you to this full link that I have here: samsbeadbox.com, VIP5, and you can grab one of our new slots for our October box.
Yay! I'm excited to see what's in it.
It's really glamorous. It's so pretty.
So it's a box of just glitter, right?
Correct.
I feel like I'm gonna say this enough that one day I really will receive a box full of glitter from you, and I will be very upset, probably, because it'll be everywhere.
Alrighty, to make my clasp, I'm gonna I'm gonna use some my bail making pliers. So I've already made a loop with my round nose, and I'm coming in and see it. My bail pliers are 3 steps and round only on one side. So I'm gonna come around.
Oh, interesting.
I know, it's not kind of random. So I'm gonna come around on this round side, all the way around to make my loop. It's very similar to how I basically just base this off Rachel's ear wire technique. And then I definitely cut too much wire, and I'll gotta decide how much I wanna. And then come in maybe with my flat nose and give that a little flourish. So we have one side of the toggle, and then my go-to, Rachel, without fail these days, is I like the loop on the other side to be a infinity.
Oh.
Like it's just the only thing that makes sense to me these days. It's like I need a Rachel Malice infinity in my life. So I'm gonna come in.
Yes.
For this I can work off the roll. So how do I want to do this? I'll use my I have figured out how to do it with the step pliers, Rachel. It's just a little bit different. So
yeah, I like to use my but your step pliers are different than mine, so I don't even know if it would.
So I came in flush and wrapped my wire all the way around so that I end up something like this. It's a little bit of space, but that's okay. And then come back in with the same side. Unless I want to do I can make a bigger loop on one side. Wow, the camera is way too close to the ground. It's like I have no place to maneuver these giant pliers. I'm going to come in with the bigger side of the step pliers and bring my wire. Wait, somehow I didn't. Oh yeah, it's a little bigger. So now I have an infinity loop like this. And beautiful. Rachel likes to use flat nose. I have gotten the habit of using my nylon jaw for this part of the technique. Grab the loop so you can keep the loop intact while you then. Oh my God, my wire didn't go where it's supposed to go.
Yeah, if you don't grab it, it like completely distorts.
I think I'm used to doing this in a thicker gauge, so it totally didn't wrap up how it usually does. So
somebody recently I saw has been doing it in a smaller gauge, and it's been really cool.
Yeah, it feels actually at a very different. I wasn't able to wrap it around without messing up my shape a little bit, but it looks like I'll be able to salvage it.
Part of the reason that I like using my chain nose pliers to grab it is I just think they have a little bit more of an aggressive grip.
Yeah.
Than nylon jaws.
So I just my smaller loop actually got a little off in it, but I was able to come in and
Oh, you did like a combo of like Sarah Lovecraft's and mine
Yeah.
Infinity Loop.
Oh, I just had the idea
Because
just
mine has
now.
the same size on both sides.
Yeah, and Sarah likes to mess with the sizes, so I was just like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
sure, why not? Then there'll be more to loop to for the clasp, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cute.
yeah, now I have a clasp ready, so I have no excuse but to now start crimping. Start with one side. Go back to the gold crimp, and I'm gonna stick with my standard crimper. I'm able to do it really evenly now, so that's what I'm gonna stick with until I
Perfect.
master the magical crimper one day. I'm gonna have to ask Sarah for some tips on magical crimping the gold ones because it clearly it's a little softer.
I love using the magical crimper for things that are more than two strands. So it's like more than a one strand necklace, like a single strand that you've strung. So if I do like a 2 or 3 strand necklace, I love using the magical crimper because I think it's a little bit easier than trying to crimp with the traditional crimp pliers a bunch of.
Yeah, with the traditional crimps, the technique's a little different if you haven't crimped before. The idea is you want to because we have teeth in here, that will put an indentation put one indentation in the center of this crimp. You want to have one wire on either side of that indentation. So I'm trying to keep them separate as best I can. And okay. So now I have an indentation with my loop with my wire on either side. For folks that have done stringing, you're like, I know this, Sam. I'm like, in which case, cool. That's good. And then with the top part of the pliers, you can come in and bring the two sides together.
Beautiful. You're off camera.
No. Okay. So cat one came out nicely. I can probably make it a little tighter too. And today I don't have any gold cover or crimp covers, so I'm just going to go with it. It's not ugly. The gold color is actually quite pretty. And then cut off my extra, or I can string it back through my beads here if the holes are big enough, which this drook, nope, not worth the battle. Gonna go ahead and cut it. This crimp is plenty strong. It'll be fine.
Sometimes I pull it back through before I crimp it.
That makes sense. That does make that. But this will be, yeah, there we go. So I put my excess off and I can just move my beads
I tend to
up.
work with a lot of like Indian cuts when I'm stringing, I feel like. So I'm not always able to get it back through.
Sorry, say that again, Rachel.
Oh, I said I think when I'm stringing, I tend to work with a lot of Indian cuts, so I'm not able to get it back through a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's not always possible. It's
Did
not.
my phone cut off again? Oy vey.
Rachel, it might be your phone because my phone has never crashed on StreamYard. We have the same phone too.
It crashes all the time.
Alrighty, I have a very long necklace.
Know what the problem is. Maybe we might give up on it for today.
We're gonna wrap up. But we're gonna wrap up. But we want to see where you're leaving it today.
It's right here.
Okay, let me make Rachel.
So this is, well, I'm trying to unpick this knot because I forgot a bead. So.
Or just pretend that's what you meant to do.
No, I don't want to. I want it to be in it. I like it better with the aventurine in there. So I'm unpicking the knot.
Oh, it's so
but
pretty.
This is what I've got so far.
Oh, you've got to share it in Gem Chat once you finish this piece. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this coloring is more true now that the light is not directly on it.
Oh, and you put a strand on the outside of the lotus coin. Beautiful.
I did. I put 2 strands there because I couldn't find my beading needles, so I wanted to make sure everything was secure.
You're doing Danielle Wicks proud today, and I feel like I'm hopefully doing Sarah Ayler proud today.
Perfect.
Sarah Ayler's the, I don't know. She does a lot of soft flex, but she does a lot of.
She's like the main soft flex designer, the head honcho designer.
Yeah, she
I
does a
think
lot
she
of
does
like.
something else there too, though, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, she does. She has a lot
She
of
does a
hats.
lot.
She manages like basically the company, if I'm not mistaken. Like at least operations, and she does a lot of. She has lots of great creative ideas of how to use soft flex, and yeah, she's a mastermind of using it. And she does more than just stringing too. She also works with wire and does some knotting and some what kind of was she doing macrame the other day? Vikings. She was doing something cool with a loop. If someone probably knows what I'm talking about, and basically like weaving different threads together. Okay, Samuel, stop chatting and finish your crimp.
Was she using like a Viking knit tool where she like wrapped the wire around and
Yeah,
made a tube?
I do believe it was Viking knit, and I think she was just using soft flex as the cord.
That I love the look of that. I'm too cheap to do that because it takes a lot.
A lot of stuff. Yeah, you have to start buying it by the 100,000-foot rolls.
Yeah, I'm just not at that point in my life yet.
All right, I'm gonna come in and do my next crimp, and I actually will have a finished necklace.
Yay. I feel like you're finishing things a lot more than me lately.
Ooh, I'll take that. Rachel, that's not how it used to be. I mean, I guess I was starting all these projects and I'd be like, wait, but I like want the piece to wear it. I can't wear it if it's not done.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Alrighty, I have a class.
Yay. Perfect. Now you can wear it for the
should I wear it? It's the color palette's not.
Does it go? Absolutely not. But
what if I
it's noticeable.
It goes
that
more
you're
like
wearing a necklace.
Here. You guys can be my stylist today.
I feel like it. Yeah, let's see.
Janet says, where do I send pictures of my jewelry to Sam's challenge? So that would be the Gem Chat group. So go to Facebook, search Gem Chat, and then we will approve you.
I will grab it.
Oh, actually, I have a link on my clipboard at all times. So I will paste the link. That is the place to share any creation you're working on so that we can ooh and ah.
I think it does look a little bit better with the sweater.
Yeah, it's not.
I also feel like it would be really good on. It would also look really good on Jesse.
What?
He just walks by.
Rachel just said your name. She wants you to try on my necklace.
Why?
Usually you wear all dark, so this would look so good on like when you.
Yeah, I feel like usually he's wearing a different color.
I like it.
Perfect.
Actually, it's nice seeing the piece on. I see why you use your boyfriend, Rachel, to see how the pieces lay.
Yeah, he's a very good sport. He lets me take pictures, so I can show how it looks on different kinds of chests.
Right. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is the longest necklace I've ever made, Rachel.
Yay. So I take it you didn't finish your mala. Oh wait, were you?
I didn't do it. I wasn't making the mala.
Mm-hmm.
But my clasp is already messed up, so I need to hammer it.
Alrighty, Sam.
All right, we got to wrap up. There's my bench block. Thanks everyone for staying on this long. I hope folks have been beating along and like having some entertainment while you doing whatever you do. I like to watch some of the bead lives that like Sarah does. Just like while I'm working, I find them very calming, and like, yeah, I just like the vibe. It's like it's kind of similar. It's like a live podcast.
Jill, yes, all these beads came in the box.
Heck yes. Jill, you're not a subscriber? I'm so surprised. We gotta. Are you gonna join us at last? I think you'll like it. Okay, I'm happy. Let's see where Rachel's at with her piece before we end.
Rachel's in exactly the same spot because I had to unpick the knot. So I will post this at some point. Probably
Cool.
not today.
That's just fine. Well, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Rachel, for unboxing and having some fun with it. It
was so fun. I've been dying to play with the colors. I opened the box and I like pulled out some of the bags and I sent Sam a picture and I was like, "Look at all of these together."
Oh yeah. I like the creams and the rose quartz. Oh yeah. And don't forget to go subscribe if you're not a subscriber, because we really want to. I don't know. We want to give you this bead fun every month. You will really love it. So, goodbye, everyone. Have a great weekend, and don't forget to come to the Bead Designer Challenge in about an hour and a half.
I'm excited.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Alrighty, bye, Rachel.
Bye.